In today's series of Draw My Life, or I meant Draw Our History, we will be discussing on the Battle of Tours. The Battle of Tours occurred in 732 AD in France. There were two sides, Christianity and Muslim. The Christian troops, also known as the Franks, were led by Charles Martel, and the Muslim troops, also known as the Moors, were led by Emir Abdul Rahman. Emir, just like any other religious leader, loved his religion and wanted to spread the faith of the Quran. Therefore, in order to successfully do that, he believed that he had to invade and conquer neighboring countries which would ultimately convert them into believers of the Islamic religion. Battle over battle, he fought and won, slowly overtaking the entire region and slowly heading for Europe. That was when the religious war between Christians and the Muslims began. As the population of Christians flattened, Charles Martel was in panic and was unsure what he should do to save the name of Christ. On the other hand, we have Emir, who was a proud general because he was able to win multiple wars. Emir also undermined the strength of the Franks that was led by Charles Martel because through his intel, they were having internal strifes, thus taking Europe as an easy kill. However, unbeknownst to Emir, Charles Martel was able to gather enough men and weaponry to form a reasonable-sized army. As the Moors continued to conquer and convert those in their path, neighboring Christian countries continued to fall. When Emir was finally at the doorstep of Europe, he was appalled that the Christians had actually formed an army to defend against them. It was then when Emir decided to wait for a couple of days so that his troops from nearby countries could gather together with him to charge forward. As days flew by, he realized that September was around the corner, which explains why it became colder each day. Since Emir and his army was not prepared for such weather, the seventh day marked D-Day, where he decided to make the first move by charging up against the wall of defense put up by the Franks. But when Emir was busy attempting to penetrate the defense, half of the Franks had secretly slipped past them and headed straight for the Muslims' main camp. This was a turning point for the Christian forces because this resulted in a massacre of the Muslim troops. When the main forces of the Moors received news, a large portion of them panicked and scurried back to save the base, leaving Emir, their leader, behind. The Franks took this to their advantage by surrounding him with their remaining troops and in the end, killing him. At the end of the battle, there stood Charles Martel and the Franks, successfully defending Europe.